am the glue and my family.
I aged like a fine wine, and now I'm ready to chill.
I count my blessings and my checks.
I live a model life. Now I'm ready to be a top wife.
I may be an open book, but that doesn't mean I'm easily read.
I took a lot of left turns, but now things are just right.
I am the glue for my wig and my family.
I aged like a fine wine, and now I'm ready to chill.
I count my blessings and my checks.
I live a model life. Now I'm ready to be a top wife.
I may be an open book, but
Hey everybody, it's Christina and I am here with Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kandi Burruss. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You were brightening up this gloomy Monday here in New York.
Well, thank you for telling me that because I was hanging out all night and I'm feeling like this on the inside, but I'm trying to be like,
yes. Well, you would never know. So you're going to be here talking all about the new season, which just premiered last night. It was fantastic. So I encourage everybody to please send in your questions and your comments. So what was it like, you know, having the next season kick off, season 11? Did you ever think?
Man, I would have never. Honestly, I was just saying this the other day that I cannot believe that I am on season 11. I'm like, when I came on at season 2, I really thought it was just going to be like a fluke, something to do for fun, maybe for a season. I had no idea that, first of all, that the show would be still going this much, you know, this many years later, and to still be on here this many years later. It's crazy.
Yeah. How does this season compare, and how is it different from last season?
Well, it's not as much mean girl drama. You know, I feel like in the past we've had like a lot of, you know, going below the belt with each other. And I personally don't feel like we tried to purposely go below the belt with each other. I mean, I definitely, you know, we got some drama.
Sure, of course.
Don't get me wrong. But it's a different type of drama. And then on top of that, it's a lot of personal story this year. Like, people are going through some real stuff. You know, and are sharing, which is great. And now we have some new peaches. They mixed it up, and so you have some new people to get to know.
Yeah. Did it make it almost more enjoyable to film when it's not all the mean girl drama?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it does in a sense. Like, at first, to me, it kind of started off kind of like, okay.
You're like, is something wrong?
Yeah, something is weird. Everybody's being too nice. So, like, what is happening right now? But, yeah, as, you know, things progress, it just, you know, everybody bumps heads.
Of course, of course. It wouldn't be a Housewives season unless that happened.
Right.
What do we think of the new peaches?
Well, I actually knew Shamari before she came on the show. Like, Shamari and I, we were cool years ago when she was in the group Black. Well, she's back in the group now, but when they first started, I actually wrote the remix to her first single. And so I was cool with the girls then, and, you know, I've worked with her a couple times since then, and she's always been really cool. And I'm glad that she's a part of the show now. Her husband, Ronnie, I was cool with him too. He has a group. Well, he's in New Edition and BBD, but BBD performed at my wedding.
Oh, nice. So you guys go way back.
Right.
Yeah. I know that she's been described kind of as a wild child. Do you agree with that? Does she add a little bit of drama to this season?
You know, I don't think she's purposely trying to add drama. I feel like with Shamari, she's a very much so what you see is what you get. She's very honest. She's just very straightforward and fun. Yeah. She's a fun person. And I think that's really cool for this season, but she definitely gets into some drama.
Of course.
You know, sometimes the drama comes to you.
Yes.
And I think that's what happened to her.
Are you guys did you work on a song together as well?
Yeah, we actually did. She was in my Dungeon Party show. And yeah, we recorded a song for that.
That's fun. Yeah, definitely. So who surprised you the most this season? Was there somebody that you got along with the most that you were kind of surprised with?
Well, I guess, you know, Portia and I, we're in a better place now. But, I mean, we did go through a little rocky moment this season, but, you know, we were able to bring it back around.
Yeah.
So, That, yeah.
We saw last night that she reached out to invite you down to Miami for Nene's comedy show. Were you surprised to get the phone call from her?
Yeah, when she called me, I was like, okay, what you
Like, what's the
want?
catch?
Why are you asking me to go out of town? And when you couldn't really hear it, I guess because I was on the phone, but when she said it was just she and I going, I died. I was laughing so hard. I was like, you got to be kidding me. It's
not
no
gonna
way
happen.
you and I are just by ourselves going to Miami. It's not happening. It was so funny.
So funny. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
What do you think about her, being a mom? Or becoming,
You know what? I think it's a great thing. I feel like all the ladies on the show, would be great mothers, and or are great moms or whatever. But yeah, I'm happy for her.
Yeah. What kind of mom do you think she's going to be?
Well, I think she'll be a great mom. I mean, all I can go by is like her last marriage. When we first met Portia, she was really trying to be the best wife she can be. She cooked, she cleaned, she was like the traditional housewife in a sense. And so, I mean, I'm assuming that, she's going to do her best to be the best mom she can,
Sure.
And hopefully everything will go well with this pregnancy, and she, has a opportunity to show how great of a mom she can be.
Yeah. And what do we think of Dennis? I know that you knew him prior to.
Let's not say knew.
Or knew of him.
Yes.
Knew of him. Knew of him.
Yes.
And it seems like, based on the trailer, you don't always know that you didn't have maybe the highest of opinion of him before this, right?
Well, okay, so this is the way I take it. Okay, this is how I feel. If I'm not dating you, which I'm not dating him,
right?
He's fine. He's a cool person or whatever. But if I'm looking out for somebody that as a friend or whatever, and I knew other women that he had dated.
Sure.
A few. And one of them at least overlapped with this situation.
Got it.
And then there was some other things that, you'll have to watch the show to see what I disclose to Portia eventually.
Yeah.
But it's like, there were things that I felt like she should know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you feel obligated? Because I know that you have had a rocky relationship, but did you feel obligated as a friend to tell her this?
No. At first, I was like, I didn't want to tell her anything because I felt like it was automatically going to be taken the wrong way.
Yeah.
And it was automatically going to go into a bad direction. And she and I, we both said that we were going to try to be in a better place with each other going into this year. So I was like, okay, it might not be the best idea to tell her some negative information about the guy she's in a relationship with now. Nobody takes that too kindly. And so I didn't really, I was kind of like in a weird spot because I was like, okay, do I even say anything? Do I even mention that I even know of this guy? Do I even say what I've heard? But the thing is, if she and I were really friends, it would have been no question. Hands down, I would have told her from the jump, right?
Yeah.
But because we're coming off of this weird place, I had to kind of second guess if I'm going to talk to her about this, if I'm not going to talk to her about it, all of that. And then, I looked at the fact that, guess what? On this show, we discuss everybody's man, everybody's boyfriend that has come on this show. We've had an opinion about it, or we, spoke our minds about whatever was going on. And the fact that I actually knew stuff, that, was associated with him, I felt like, what? This is the show.
Yeah.
Like, forget it.
You gotta do it. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta do it.
Did she think that you were coming from a bad place?
I don't know what she thought, honestly. I really don't. And at this point, it's like, what?
Here's the information. Do with it what you will.
Do with it what you want. I don't know if she even wanted to hear it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like she really didn't want anything negative to come out about him to the public.
Sure. Yeah.
know?
Especially because you can tell that she is wants to go through this relationship pretty quickly. Were you surprised that she was kind of jumping the gun 5 months into the relationship? Ring shopping and things like that.
Well, that was my question. I didn't even know if they were 5 months into it.
Right. Right, because they were overlapping relationship. Yes. Has your opinion of him changed?
Well, What I would say, I think that he is a really nice person. From what I have gotten to know, I think he's a nice guy. It does not change the fact that the things that I felt when I first, that I knew,
Sure.
that didn't change.
Yeah.
I still. It was the truth. I said what I said, and I'm sticking to it.
Sticking to it, yeah.
But the thing about it is, now that they have decided to have a family together, I don't know if those things matter so much.
Sure.
Because it's like, at this point, they want to build a family together. So I guess whatever was happening in the past does not matter as long as it didn't continue past that point.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Well, and Bridget is saying, Kandi, you are killing it, lady.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
We also see another new relationship this season with Cynthia and her boyfriend. What do we think about him?
I like him.
Yeah.
Last year I wasn't feeling her.
Sure.
Boo.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I didn't feel him, but I didn't feel him for her.
Right.
Let me say that. And but this year I feel like they are like perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far so good.
So far so good.
Now I don't want to speak too far ahead of myself.
Yeah.
But I really like Mike Hill.
Good.
They chill, that's their thing.
Right.
C Hill, Cynthia Hill.
Yeah.
That's our thing now. Hashtag chill.
Right. And I'm sure it's hard, like long distance relationships. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of that play out this season as well.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they seem like they're just head over heels.
Yes, it's just rainbows and butterflies. Somebody was saying before how Riley is the best, and we kind of see her last night give you a little shade.
Well, my daughter, that's our relationship.
Yeah.
She speaks her mind. Like, she does not hold back.
No.
And so it's just funny when she does it and the world sees it.
Right, yeah.
But she definitely has an opinion, and she let it be known.
Yeah, well, I think that's the best type of mother-daughter relationships. I mean, if she can't be honest with you, who can, right?
True.
Yeah, definitely. April says she is just like you. Do you, do you feel like that?
Yeah, but I think that Riley is she's a little bit more private than I am. She's a little bit more, I'm more of a like, okay, let's go do it. Let's make it happen. Da, da, da. She thinks things through a little bit more, which I love that about my daughter.
Definitely.
I feel like she did get the best parts of me, and I hope she just takes that and just make it even better.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And for those that don't know, she kind of gave you a little bit of shade because you want to maybe expand your family a little bit more, and she said that you work too much.
Yeah, which is, I mean, I understand what she's saying. Like, at the end of the day, I've always worked a lot. She said it felt like I didn't work when she was little, but really I was able to work around her.
Sure.
Meaning that like I would probably say things to when she go to sleep and I'd be up all night.
Right.
And she would know, what I mean, and stuff like that. But
now she's more aware.
Right, exactly. But in this situation, I feel like, I reunited with my group Escape last year. At the end of the year, we went on tour for 2 months. And then at the top of the year, I went straight from there to Broadway for 2 months.
Yeah.
And for her, it's like you're never here. You know what I mean? Now, when I did Broadway, I was living in New York, and I took Ace with me. So he was up there with me, but she wasn't because she had to go to school.
Of course.
So she would come up on the weekends, but I'm sure she kind of felt like, okay, girl, like, what are you doing? When are you coming home?
Yeah, I need my mom time.
Right.
Yeah. Have you had any more discussions about expanding your family at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're moving forward. We've decided we wanted to go get a surrogate.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, I mean, I don't want to pry too much, but how far along are you in the process?
Well, I mean, I guess we're not taping anymore, so I guess I could tell you that.
Yeah.
We did find someone, and right now we are in the process.
Okay.
It hasn't been done.
Sure,
yet, but we're in the process.
But you're in the process, and it's hopefully going to happen, which
Hopefully.
is fantastic. That's so great.
Yeah.
I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
Is it a nerve-wracking process kind of going through this?
You said what?
Is it a nerve-wracking process going through this?
Yeah, because in the beginning I was like kind of like scared to do it, nervous about it because we don't have any friends who've ever done it.
Yeah, I was going to ask if there's anybody you reached out to.
Yeah, for us it was more of a thing of it's not like I have anybody I could call up on the phone like, girl, what happened when you did this or when you did that?
Yeah.
Like I don't have anybody that can tell me.
Yeah.
You know, when we were going through the IVF process, I did have a couple of friends who had done it. And so, you know, I could talk to them, but it's like, this is a situation where I don't have anybody I can talk to.
Right.
So the only person I could talk to about it is my doctor, Dr. Jackie. And she could talk to it from a doctor's point of view.
Right.
You know, Dr. Jackie.
Yeah, totally, of course, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, but yeah, she helped me, help Todd and I find someone.
That's great.
So, yeah.
And will we kind of see this kind of play out throughout the season as well?
Yeah.
The discussions and things like that?
Yeah.
That's great. I'm so happy for you guys. That's
Thank
fantastic. Emma says, would you want a boy or a girl?
We have girls.
Okay.
We have 2 embryos that are still left from when we had Ace.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 2 embryos left, and we know they're girls.
Yeah. Is the family excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Riley's like, you don't need to have any more kids. But she said that when we had Ace, and now she's in love with Ace.
She's obsessed. Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
There's been another Housewives baby. Kenya just had her baby the other day. How's she doing? Have you talked to her?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's doing great.
She's doing great.
Yeah, she's doing great, and I'm super happy for Kenya. I can't wait to get home, really, because I want to go see Kenya.
Yeah, that's good. I feel like she's been wanting this for a long time, so she's going to be a fantastic
There's so many
mother.
babies being born.
I know.
My cousin had a baby born the same day too, so I want to see both of them.
Yeah, definitely. What was it like not having her around full time?
I missed Kenya, you know, as far as taping is concerned, but I was still seeing Kenya.
Yeah.
Kenya and her husband, Mark, shout out to them, love y'all. They would still come hang out with Todd and I from time to time, so I still got my Kenya time.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, the fans just won't get as much Kenya time.
Yeah, but we will see her a little bit, right?
Yes, I twisted her arm, and I got her to, you know, come. Well, she really wanted to support Cynthia's event, but I think she kind of was like feeling like, should I go? They're gonna be taping. I don't know if I want to. And I just kind of was like, girl, come on.
Right. You're like, I'm dragging you to this event.
Right.
How has your relationship with Todd changed at all? Because it's interesting because so many marriages kind of fall apart once they go on the show, but yours kind of developed from the show.
Exactly.
So, you know,
it's a difference.
Right.
Ours started on the show, so it's totally different for us. Our relationship is going great.
Great.
You know,
Yeah.
So, you know, I think it would be different had we been together before we got on TV and then, you know, but because, you know, we met through the show. That was one of my biggest blessings for being on this show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're good.
That's great. And how is Eva's wedding planning going this season? Did she turn into
God.
the diva, the bridezilla?
I felt sorry for Eva through that situation because she had a lot of falling outs with friends of hers.
Sure.
And it'll be seen on the show, so I'm not telling you anything that you won't see. But you know, they say that people lose friends when they get married, and I think, unfortunately, that has happened to her.
So true.
Yeah.
Sometimes weddings bring out the worst in people.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Right.
Eva cried a lot of tears this year.
Really?
Unfortunately, she was in the hot seat a lot with the group of girls in our circle. And, and apparently she ended up in the hot seat with her own circle of friends that she had for years. Yeah, so she's...
it's a tough season for her.
Whew,
Yeah.
I felt sorry for her sometimes.
Right, definitely. And so, sometimes.
You know, you like, oh, damn, not again.
Right.
You know, but she's strong. She can handle it.
Definitely. And I mean, speaking of people that are strong, Nene is going through a lot this season as well with Greg. I mean, how is she doing? How is he doing?
They're actually doing really good right now. You know, they have been through it too.
Right.
And I think that's the difference in this season, like what I was saying about people are having some serious personal drama. I mean, you got to think, one person going through a wedding, one person is, you know, dealing with the battle of cancer, which is deep. And, you know, so many families can relate. And then you got Portia who's, you know, pregnant and, you know, dealing with that, new relationship. Me trying to figure out how to expand my family. And, you know, so I feel like there is a lot of personal story this year, which is good.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
What's that one moment that you can't wait for fans to see this season?
Ooh, the dungeon party.
The dungeon party. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I love that.
Fun.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Sheila says, you're the best Atlanta housewife. Good luck adding to your family.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. How is music going?
Music is going great.
Yeah.
I dropped a new single. It's called Ready for This. Everybody out there, as soon as we get off this interview, I need you to download it now, immediately. Ready for This. It's a really dope
That's
record.
really great. Out of all the songs that you've written, because it's been a lot, do you have a favorite?
I mean, I would have to say No Scrubs because it has gone on to do so much. It was a huge record on its own, but then obviously other artists have interpolated the song into their music, which has continued the stream of revenue.
Totally.
Okay, obviously, and it's doing really great, and it's great to see it.
Oh my God.
Just continue on.
It is. It's my go-to karaoke song for years.
Hey.
Is there ever a song that you've written that you would love to go back and maybe like tweak a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, probably something something that's not out yet.
Yeah.
You know, songs that I'd be like, okay, why did I even say that? 'Cause sometimes I'll put a line in a record that is just like really ridiculous. Like, okay, not that I would change this line, but since we were just talking about No Scrubs, and when I say, a scrub is a guy that thinks he's fly and is, when I say also known as a buster, always talking about what he wants. It just sits on his broke ass.
Yeah.
The original line was sits on his fat ass.
Oh, really?
Yes. And so it's just like, why did I say that on a song? Sit on his fat ass. I don't know if that was like the best idea to put in the song, but people can relate. So.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And then last question, I always like to ask housewives this: if you were to ever take somebody from another season or series and bring them onto your show, who would you like to bring on?
From another Housewives?
Yes, yeah, that could be transplanted to Atlanta.
Oh. Okay, I have two. Two that I have met recently, and I really like them both. Giselle from Potomac.
Okay.
I think she would bring the drama.
Yes.
She would bring the drama on Housewives of Atlanta, but she's beautiful, and I feel like she would be great. As well as Erica Jane.
Oh, yeah. Erica Jane is
from
fabulous. You guys should
Beverly
collaborate
Hills.
together.
Yes, we can collaborate. We can have fun together.
Yes.
You know, I really like her.
I would love
fun.
that. No, that's great. Have you guys ever hung out before?
Yes.
Yeah.
We met a couple months ago. In the summer, I believe it was. We were doing something for Bravo, and I really loved her vibe. I didn't even realize that she was from Atlanta.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, she's from Atlanta. And when we,
So it'd be a perfect fit.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, Kandi, thank you so much for stopping by and talking with us. We're so excited about the next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. It airs on Sundays at 8 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye.